Some people used to say to us that I am not healthy. So what does health means? To learn about health, we are going to learn chapter number 8 of biology, that is human health and disease. The first term to learn is about pathogen. Pathogen means an organism that invade our body and causes problem to us. Okay, so to say a person is healthy, he should be physically, mentally, emotionally, socially. He should be okay with all these things. Okay. Okay. Then you have to learn is that in earlier period, our ancestors said that the health means a state of body and mind which is balanced by humors. So what does humors means? It's a liquid, it's a health balance between body liquids. And the other thing is that the mind influences neural, endocrine and immune system. Mental means we should have that ability to think, okay? And here okay, in earlier period they mentioned about black bile, but after many years William Harvey proved that the black bile was wrong. And next is about genetic disorder. It's born with deficiency, inherit by birth. It's born with deficiency, inherit by birth. Then, what is the concept of health? For socially, a person socially healthy means that he makes and maintain good relationship. If he is emotionally healthy, it means that he is able to recognize his emotions. So it is very important to note that overall well-being of citizen ensure efficient work, more productivity and efficiency, and also it reduces the infant and maternal mortality. Okay. So this really help in the better yield of the country itself. And some people may take leave and they'll say that, oh, I was having fever for a week. Fever is a kind of a disease. Yes, so what does disease means? It may affect our physical well-being, mental well-being and also the social well-being. There are two types of human diseases. One is infectious and the second one is non-infectious. I'll ask you a question. Is COVID-19 a infectious or a non-infectious disease? Do comment that on the comment box. Okay. The next is communicable. Communicable can be caused by helminths, fungus, bacteria, virus and protozoans. Okay. To talk about bacteria, we have heard about pneumonia and typhoid. Pneumonia means it's caused by Haemophilus influenza. Then you might have I'll tell that bacteria like Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenzae are responsible for the disease pneumonia in humans. So the alveoli gets filled with liquid. It results in fever, chill, cough, headache, etc. It can be spread through droplets or sharing utensils of that infected person. And the biggest symptom of this is the lips and nails become grey to blue color. And Have you heard about Mary? I'm talking about Typhoid Mary. Typhoid Mary was a professional cook who was a typhoid carrier. Okay, now I'm going to talk about typhoid. Typhoid is a bacterial disease that is caused in small intestine. The food and water contaminated migrate to other. This disease can be confirmed by a test called viral test. And this Mary Mallet or the typhoid Mary spread her typhoid through food because she is a cook. Then there are some symptoms like high fever, weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache, and loss of hunger. Let me say, typhoid Mary was a carrier. So, you know that sometimes you have a particular disease, and when you ask your parents about that disease, they might not be having, but your grandparents may be having. And that's when you might think that how it's possible your parents are not having, but we are having. What's the reason behind it? Because they are also having the same disease like you, but they are just carriers means to transfer from one generation to there, and they are not much affected with it. Okay, the next come is viral disease. Have you heard about common cold? The viral disease means the virus live and multiply inside the host. Viral disease, have you heard about this? Is corona or the COVID-19 a viral disease? Just think. Then it may affect our nose, respiratory passage, lungs, etc. Okay, I have said about lungs. Is lungs affected? Just check and tell me the answer, okay? Then the redness, pain, swelling, local heat, all these are the symptoms of viral disease. The next type of disease that I have mentioned is protozoans. It is basically divided into two. One is malaria and the second one is amoebic dysentery. In malaria, we have talked about two types. First is primary and the second is secondary. In primary, the female Anopheles is mainly affected, and this happened in the sexual phase. In secondary, the human RBCs are affected, that is the asexual phase. Vectors are those which carry the disease. You know who is that carrier? It's Anopheles female mosquito. It's very important to talk about this disease in detail. So take page number 148 of your NCERT. In that you have seen sporocyte on the left side of the page. You know, the mature infective stage, sporocyte escape from the gut and migrate to the mosquito's salivary gland. When the mosquito bite another human, sporocytes are infected with bite. And the parasite reach the liver through the blood. So first step is that the mature infective stage sporocyte escape from the gut and migrate to the salivary gland of the mosquito. Later, when the mosquito bite another human, sporocytes are infected with the bite. The third, this parasite reach the liver through the blood. The sporocyte produce asexually in liver cell, bursting the cell and releasing with the blood. And the next step is parasite produces asexually in RBC. Have you heard about homozoin? Homozoin is the one that is responsible for the high fever during the when the person is affected with malaria. And this continue passes. As I said, there is the two phases, that is the sexual phase and asexual phase. One in the mosquitoes and the second in the human body. Okay. Then the pathogen is Plasmodium. The species of Plasmodium are vivax, that is the most common. The second one malaria. Third one falciparum, which is the most dangerous one. And the fourth one ovale. And okay, don't forget to learn the life cycle of Plasmodium, okay, because that is so important. Next comes is amoebiasis. Amoebiasis. The main symptoms of amoebiasis are constipation, abdominal pain, cramps, and excess mucus. This is mainly affected in large intestine. Okay, this is spread by house flies. It is used in drinking. It can be spread through drinking water and the food contamination. Amoebiasis is spread by a pathogen called Entamoeba histolytica. And the feces of the infected person to food is the way in which it is spread. So I'll say, just think of a person going to his washroom and the same time a mosquito come and just pick any of the fecal matter, and that mosquito may put that in the food of a normal person, and the person without knowing this might have the food. So what happens? The infected fecal part, it might be minute, but still it goes from the feces to the food, which is dangerous. So try not to open your food. I just wanted to say that you have to close your food if you are not having that. Okay. So we are going to learn some more portions. But for your surprise, I'm going to ask few questions. Okay. The first question asked in the year 2020. First question. Viral test is used to confirm the disease. Sustained high fever, weakness, loss of appetite, etc. are common symptoms. Pathogen enter the body through contaminated water. Identify the disease. It's a homework, okay? Second question. From the year 2018. Identify the bacterial disease from the following: typhoid, malaria, amoebiasis, filariasis. Identify the bacterial disease. Okay, I'll give you a clue that I have said about two bacterial disease. One is typhoid and second one is pneumonia. So what is the answer? Okay, the third question. Select the odd one out and justify the selection. Malaria, gonorrhea, amoebiasis, filariasis. It was asked in the year 2016. Fourth question. Study the relationship between the first two words and fill in the blank space with suitable word. Pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae. So typhoid is caused by whom? Okay. Fifth question. Find the relationship between the first word and fill in the blanks. Amoebic dysentery, and amoeba. So who caused malaria? It was asked in the year 2018. Okay, next question. I think this is enough. Thank you. Have a nice day. So do the homework, okay?